Pues está con sus hijos de frente, diga, y cerca.
Mis hijos, mi mayor tesoro, mi mayor riqueza.
Oye, vaya a verlo.
Se llama cría.
El Poma no está pensando darme el número del hijo. Buenas tardes. Bye.
This is fucking crazy. I don't know, I'm confused. It's funny. It's beautiful. It shakes when I stand off to the side. But we both know it's not, right? Your pubis regions?
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Al lado derecho, que es a la parte de allá, tienen la Cascada Reina, que es 1 hora para ir, 1 hora para volver. La dificultad hacia ese camino es un 30%, pues el terreno.
Well, howdy, y'all. Howdy, Sarah.
Howdy.
Say howdy to everybody.
Howdy doody.
Howdy. Howdy. Right now we're in the jungles surrounding a place called Mindo in Ecuador, about 2 hours. This is northeast of Quito, northwest of Quito. 2-hour bus ride, pretty easy to get to. Just jump on a bus, a couple hours you're here, and it's a great place to visit. Absolutely one of my favorite places I've been to in Ecuador. So we just took the Tarabita. The Tarabita is a basket hung on a wire, and it takes you across the valley, across like a little gorge. It's 152 meters down, and you're just on this little wire in a basket. It was pretty cool. Oh Jesus! That big leaf just fell. I thought it was like, I saw this brown thing falling. I thought it was like a monkey jumping on your head or something. That's just giant. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so $5 there and back on this little thing, and it was a lot of fun. It was kind of like thrilling, and the views are amazing. It's powered by a little Nissan motor, but it's like pretty quiet up there, and it just pushes the cable and you just go back and forth on it. So that took us to this area that has about 6 or 7 waterfalls like scattered throughout it. We're taking a path right now to one of the biggest ones. It's called Reina. And sorry? It means queen. The queen waterfall. And it's a nice hike. This is like pretty natural ground we're walking on, and we're surrounded by so much life. It's incredible. Sarah's a science teacher. She teaches environmental science and biology, so for her this is really great.
So when you walk through a spider web.
Nice.
It's so cool.
That is cool.
I love this one. This is my new favorite with this, like, it's like Jurassic Park in here.
Yeah.
You know, you expect to see pterodactyls.
I did see, maybe it was a bird, but a pterodactyl is a type of bird, kind of, right? A lot of different insects, different plants, but it is one of the best places in the entire world to go bird watching. How many species just in this area? 600 just in this small area. All of North America, there's 800 species. 0.02% of the world's land is Ecuador, but 10% of bird species live in Ecuador. That's pretty incredible if you really think about it. So much life here, right? So much life, but also so much different terrain. So you have birds that want to live in mountains, no problem, Ecuador's got it. You have birds that want to live on the sea, no problem, Ecuador's got it. You have birds that want to live in, give me some other example.
tropical rainforests, like alpine almost mountains.
Yeah.
You know, you've got like there's like all the way down a mountain. You've got all the different microclimates.
So one of the reasons Mindo is so special is because there are two ecoregions, two ecological hotspots that meet in this kind of area. An ecological hotspot, like to me...
Biodiversity hotspot.
Biodiversity hotspot? Okay. So to me, a hotspot is like a good spot to get in the internet, stuff like that. You know, it's like, oh, this is the spot to be. But a hotspot in ecological terms doesn't mean that.
No.
What does it mean?
Biodiversity hotspot is defined as a... Ooh. What's that?
It's a caterpillar.
Yeah. Hotspot is defined as an area that has a large number of endemic, mainly plant is what they're concerned with, endemic plant species that can't be found anywhere else in the world except that one place, and it's under pressure from human issues.
Yeah.
So for example, deforestation or whatever it might be.
It's not a good thing.
No.
It's not like, oh, this is a hotspot.
No, it means they're under pressure from human influence.
Yeah.
And there's lots of endemic plants that you can't find anywhere else in the world.
So why plants? Why is that the focus?
A lot of people have a problem with that and say, well, why not also animals? But I think the problem is animals can move and plants can't. Like they don't have they're not able to spread as quickly or adapt as quickly as animals, say.
Tumbas Chaco Magdalena hotspot, 1,500 kilometers long, running from Panama all the way down to Peru. It's one that's actually really been destroyed in Ecuador. The native forests of that region, 98% of them have been destroyed in Ecuador. And part of the reason is because it runs along the coast in Ecuador. Like the coast is so important for humans, people making their living from it, people like transporting goods along the coast, like the waterways. The other is the tropical Andes, and that just follows the Andes Mountains all the way down South America. It's one of the most diverse regions in all the world. Some people say it is the most diverse. 4,500 species of plants and around 6,000 different species of fauna. They call it the global epicenter of biodiversity. So we're kind of on the edge of that, and we're kind of on the edge of the other one. And on top of that, the valley that we're sitting in gets a lot of water. There's like 3 or 4 different rivers that flow through it. There's a lot of like just thousands of streams and waterfalls like the one I'm hearing in the background. This is not the waterfall you're looking for. I think Mindo is a pretty good area when it comes to mixing the nature and the humans. Mindo started off as a pretty small little town. About 3,000 people live here currently, but it does see 200,000 visitors per year. So you gotta question that whole, like, okay, yeah, they're getting people to preserve the nature and using tourism to do that, but at the same time, 200,000 people coming through here. I mean, is that doing some damage? Like, sure. Killed something. Who bit me? And then again, if I think about it, like, look how dense that is. That's area that humans are not touching, I would say. Do you think Mindo, the fact that it has 200,000 people coming here every year, do you think it's good for the nature? The nature?
It has to be sustainable tourism. That's the thing. It has to be tourism that, you know, you need to give people that live here a reason to protect what's around them.
That reason is tourism.
Destroy it, yeah. But as long as the tourism is sustainable and you're not like, you know, you're not cutting down trees to build zip lines or people are leaving trash everywhere and
which happens a bit, but
increases traffic and pollution and.
what's the alternative?
Sustainable tourism is a thing. Like,
but
you know,
this
a lot
is
of people
closer to sustainable tourism than
ecotourism.
clearing out an area to farm.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the money that they get from like entrance fee or that basket ride, they're using that to put back into the forest, you know, and replant trees in certain areas or whatever it is. But the problem is a lot of that money goes to government pockets or whatever. It's not going to where it needs to go.
You're saying Moreno's taking all the money?
No.
Okay,
I'm saying in any country, not corruption, it's just the money's not going to the right place. You know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The whole issue is kind of like, it's tough to figure out. Like, we're actually kind of wrestling with the idea of going to the Galapagos. You know, we're living in Ecuador. Ow, you dick. We're good people, I guess, is what I'm saying. But tourism is affecting the Galapagos, that's a fact. Now, how much is it helping though too, right? Like, there's people who go there and then they love it so much they donate money or whatever. What?
Are there though? Or is that
well,
money
all the attention the Galapagos gets
going into the pockets of these tour operators who are dropping anchors on coral reefs or...
Well, they're not supposed to be doing that.
No, I know, but it happens, you know?
So you're saying you don't want to go to the Galapagos?
I'm saying I do have a problem with it because I read about how tourism is damaging the Galapagos. You can pay up to $20,000 to go on an eco-friendly tour. I can't afford that. I mean, you have to fly there. Already, you've fucked up the environment by flying, you know?
Yeah. You know, Ecuador is a place where people go because they want to experience jungles and see wildlife and stuff. So it's an issue that Ecuador has been considering for years and years.
Doing a pretty good job where they have like ecotourism, more ecotourism here now, that you can go stay with an indigenous family and learn about their lives, and that gives the locals money, you know, rather than I'm going to go to Ecuador, stay in Quito and stay in the Hilton, you know, because Ecuador's not getting that money if you do that.
Yeah, Paris Hilton is.
That's hot.
Want it all now, wanna get her to the top, I wanna find out what they seeing, can't afford to close my eyes now. We on the way up, we gotta stay up, body getting weak, 7 days I be tryna catch up on my sleep. I just wanna go flex for my enemies, stay up with my demons, we just tryna eat. I've been up for days locked in like a slave, wasn't worth a single dime, needed change. I've been rolling this shit like a range, used to think the whiskey helped with a strain. I'ma pull up with a Beamer, I'ma cop a brand new 2-seater. Coldest ball, outside looking like a freezer. Down to fort, but I can't fort with no diva. Said I made my mama cry too many times, to go wasted on a bitch or so fucking nice. And the fact I gotta get it keep me up at night. For the money in hand, what's the fucking price? Want it all now, wanna get her to the top, I wanna find out what they seeing, can't afford to close my eyes now. We on the way up.
So we're gonna hang out in Mindo for 3 days. We're not gonna do too much. We have a nice room with a balcony overlooking a little garden where we've seen probably about 20 different species of birds already.
Tomorrow morning we're gonna get up early because I heard all the birds singing this morning.
Yeah, they were going at it.
And I'm sure I heard some parrots out there.
Ooh, berry. Can I eat this? You know, it's all killer, no filler. It's all thriller, no filler with this guy's videos. So keep it real, keep it tight, keep going. And remember, slip, slop, and slap. Slip on a tee, slap on some sunscreen, and slap on a hat. Because that sun in Ecuador is closer than you think it is. Stay safe. Peace.
It's closer though.
It's not?
It's just the angle.
Oh, it's closer because the world bulges at the center. No?
It's not the closer.
Oh, god damn
It
it.
doesn't matter. It's the angle.
It's all about the angle. That's what she said.
Prefer when I'm by myself. I don't wanna hang around y'all. Pray for good health. One day I'm really gon' ball. Fuck around and buy the whole mall. Breaking that cake. Flexing 700 in the bank. Not a superhero, I don't save. Look at my face. Look at my grades. Don't match up, no love. Look at date. I just fade. When I hit the jack, you can keep the pie. Every night I gamble, I stop. Yeah. When I check the cost, I was like, oh, that's expensive.